Hello, this is Lumi and welcome to my guide on how to 100% the witness in a normal progression fashion so that nothing gets majorly spoiled. We are here in front of the color or flower bunker, and small disclaimer for those of you who are colorblind, it will be quite impossible to solve the puzzles for you. So you will have to just follow the solutions I'll give. This is something we already know, just plain separation of black and white. Oh, easy puzzle. Now, this is the core of the bunker. You can see already colors, different colors everywhere, flowers with different colors, but let's go with the first puzzle. We have green and purple, and I mean, we know already black and white, and we can be, maybe we just need to separate them. Oh, wait, now we have three colors. Does it matter? Well, I cannot separate and have two of them with each other. But what if I separate all of them? Well, that seems to be working. So maybe I just need to separate all colors individually, like an advanced version of the black versus white squares. And well, it seems to be working for us to actually separate things in this fashion, and so let's keep doing so. Now we are starting to get four colors. Well, that just means that we need to separate a bit more, right? Um, hmm. This is getting slightly trickier, but we can manage. More colors. I'll just keep separating them all. But this was easier. It looked like it could have been complex, but well, now there is a slight change in how we are going to address this. Well, let's see. We can find a way to solve this easily. So here we go with our solution. Just separate the corners, the middle ones, and it works out. One more of such strange puzzle divisions. If we divide it like that, we will have trouble. So maybe. Well, we were almost there. Let's do this one more time. And here we are. Perfect separation. We can now open the door, the blue door. And as you can see already, maybe there is some sort of circle there, but we can't just yet use it. Let's go a little bit further. Now we're starting to have way too many colors. And if you fiddle around here, you're gonna just find that it is not really possible to solve it. So, but here we have a huge yellow window, and we can see that there are only 3 different colors that we need to separate. So that makes our life much easier, right? Thing is that you are going to have to remember those color patterns for the following ones when we won't have any colors to separate them. See, now we have still 4 separate colors, and well, if I would use the blue filter, then I have only 3 of them. So I believe maybe the blue filter is the way to go here. I haven't really understood what sets your filter, what defines which ones you can use, but I mean, if you start having too many colors, maybe that's not the right filter. But if we use I need to go to the very left. Use blue and turquoise, it makes green. So now we can see in the very distance which ones are to be separated. The four lower corners and the 3 individual ones there. So let's try that now. This is a simple way just of being observant and matching colors with each other to create something that is actually solvable. So here we are in the puzzle where everything is gray, you have no filters behind you, so the door is closed, but luckily we have a switch. So if we use the switch, we open up this container into the open, and now we see we have 3 different colors. So that allows us to open the other one, but now again we have tons of them. But it's alright, we can close it back up and get our pink color on it. And here we go. Only 3 more colors to separate. Way easier. This has opened up our door, slowly but surely. Door of the bunker. And if you come here to this filter, now what was before a circle can be used for an environmental puzzle. So that's done. Now what happens if you go down? Let's see, here we have a red room and an elevator. And the red light gives us 2 separate colors which we can interact with to activate the red light equivalent cable, which takes us just 1 floor higher. So each color takes us a floor above. So now we are in what is, well, I guess red with blue, pink. So on the pink light, under the pink light we have these 3 separations. And it's just a matter of separating them so that you keep going up. Now, here we are in the blue area. Again, this applies another filter, and we just separate it accordingly. And we just keep going up. That's all we are going to do. There's not much in those rooms that I can know of. Here we are, green and blue, which is turquoise. And why are we using the lift, you ask me? Well, I can show you quickly. It's because the stairs end here. They got destroyed, so you can't even access this room without the lift. But how do we get up now? Well, we can use the turquoise light to separate these, and that activates the turquoise, but it's not connected, so we won't be able to get to the green one. But if we follow the pattern that we had up until now, we started with red, then pink, then blue, then turquoise, and the next is green. What we just need to figure out is what kind of separation will we get on this panel if we are using the green light. And the only way of knowing this is by trying to figure out what the actual color of every single thing in this panel is. Now, here it's where it gets complex, because you're going to have, if you want to do this on your own, you need to go down to the different floors, the different separations, and you will have to see, according to which light, what result you get, draw a table of how the different colors react according to what we saw downstairs, behind the filters, what makes the actual colors change and how, and this way, after a lot of research, you'll find out that you have different colors according to the green, and this would be these 3 here, and all of these, and then the 3 yellow, well, not all of these, sorry, these 4, and then these 5. They're going to be all under the same. So actually I'm mistaken. This corner, this individual one, and this L also. So what you just have to do is divide this up. I think actually it even works if they are all in the same fashion, yeah. But I kind of like separated them even further, but that's fine. But this basically gives you the separation for the green. But you want to jump off here on green, because, well, the lift will go without us, but we want to be here for this environmental puzzle. It only works behind this green filter, there's no other way of getting it, and, well, now we are stuck. That's the only problem you'll have, but the lift will start coming down again. There's like fail-safe in the game. If you are stuck here because you can't go upstairs, downstairs, or anything, the lift will come back and gives you a fail-safe. But you can just redo this and we will be in the upper floor, which is the open light one. And now we are at the top of the bunker. We can see that the laser is here, but how do we get up there to activate the laser? Well, it's just a question of separating once more. But if we separate it this way, we are just going down. So something is not right. And so let's go back to green. And we basically need to find the next logical color that would take us up, because right now we're just in empty space. Now the way we divide this up is by making sure that we are separating everything together, like different colors and the whites. So now that everything is separated, we're just going up. And we can start it, get our green position again to go back down, and this is the color bunker laser done. Fairly easy, I mean, fairly easy, as long as you have the color solution for the green one. That takes a little bit of research and writing stuff down. But while we're here at the mountain, we are going to go do some environmental puzzles and one of the secret areas. Well, one of those that will give you well, a puzzle, let's say, to remember, or a key to remember for later on. This is one of the rooms, and we have this one, which we already know. Blacks and whites don't match together. Through the symmetry puzzles from the first area as well, we know that there is a yellow one that is doing exactly the same as we are doing on the upper right corner, but we cannot see it. That's the only thing that is going on here. So as long as you make sure that by doing this going up here, we catch the yellow hexagon on the upper right corner, and then by doing some more symmetry work, it doesn't matter, well, it doesn't matter how, well, we could actually encase the black one with the yellow. Then we go all the way up here. Now we are hitting the yellow hexagon, and we are coming back. Now I'm closing this black one and shutting it down. So if you draw a line that matches the one I did, but it is symmetrically opposed, you will see it works. And here we find one again of these safes, which we can open up, and we get one more code that we should write down. After writing it down, we can exit this area and, as I said, go for some more environmental puzzles. There's no exit there, so we have to go back, and we just go up the mountain since we're already here. And oh, is it? Yes, the cloud is looking like it is getting close. Maybe we should check it out. Remember from the previous part, there was that environmental puzzle I was telling you about, that you need to wait for the cloud. Maybe just enough time has passed for the cloud to be in the right position. So if we rush there, we'll be able to get that environmental puzzle right now. Come on, come on. So we'll be right on time. I think we were too late, maybe. Yes, we are currently on the wrong pattern. But yeah, you can see it's already a bit closer with this one, but that one now is moving away, and this one I think was also too far. Again, we were unlucky on this one, but eventually we'll get it. Even if you have to stay here all day, you can, I mean, if it's the last one that you are missing, you can stay there and do it. So let's go back up the mountain all the way till what is going to be the end. I mean, well, let's not say the end, but it's going to be one of the things where you want to go after you have turned on the lasers. So, I mean, you quickly realize that this is one of the interest points. So we've been here. If you haven't been here before, do this one, do the environmental puzzle down there, and there are a few more things here to be found. There is a recorder that you can listen to here. Some more things you can observe, like some statues. I don't believe there is any other recording around, but, and as you can see, this is completely black. But this has opened up already because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers that have opened up the door, but we cannot go all the way down. Still more to be opened through different lasers. What we can do though is put ourselves in this position. I mean, you're looking at the guy's back, and you find this one, and you have, with this white start, 2 different environmental puzzles. Once you go left, you want the other one to go right. And then there is one that we need to find with this person. Exactly. You put yourself in front of it, against the column almost, and go a bit more to the side, and you get this black one. It goes all the way down this column. So these are the environmental puzzles that we find up here. They are now down there against our pillar, and what we will do now is go to that direction. We're going to do the Asian temple. We're going to do that one, and we're going to learn some new mechanics, hopefully. So by now you should know your way around the island, but just in case, I'm taking you all the way around. I don't want you to get lost into, yeah, but how do I get there again? And sometimes the island can be confusing, so as long as you keep following the paths I take, there shouldn't be any issue. So soon we'll be there. Oh, while we are here, we're just going to check what we managed to do right now with the environmental puzzles. So we did these. There are a few more, but these are in an area that we haven't been just yet. And this is the one that we were looking at with the clouds still missing. And also some others that we need to do in other areas that we haven't been. So there's still plenty of secrets to be found. That cloud is still dark. Still haven't found a way to change the cloud's color. So up until when we'll reach that, it'll have to wait. So here we are at the edge of the town, but we'll just keep going. We want to get to the temple, to the Asian temple. We already did a few environmental puzzles in front of it, and I'm fairly sure there's still a few missing. So we could actually try and get some, but let's just do these first. So, well, just pretty easy, opening up doors. Door is open. Now, I must admit, I got stumped at this one forever. This one was the last, say, temple area that I actually did, because it was really impossible for me to find a solution. I don't know why, but I was here and I was trying to solve it, and I didn't manage. And then I just didn't realize that you could go all the way around, because I was like, I cannot go through there, so how do I do it? And it's just plainly stupid. So what happens here is that the edge you will leave out will be the edge that gets opened up. So now we can hear something happening. These blinds are opening up, and then straight right now we already can see that there's some yellow lines and some structures, but maybe we can find something interesting to do. So as you can see, this one is something like a yellow circle where we could start, but there's some green keeping us from doing what we want. So if you put yourself in the proper position with that metal piece, you can actually do it. So there is also this one. But let's go outside and check it out if we can. Well, we cannot do it from here because it doesn't start anything, but from inside, if we are at a sufficient enough distance, or actually should we get closer? No, distance is better. No? Does this one even work? Doesn't seem like wanting to work. So, but this one at least, the one with the callus, need to be at the right position again, so that the wall matches. But, before you start it, you need to shut this down. So, once it's shutting down, be quick, catch it, and then you have to go all the way as far as you can and wait. This will shut down, and then you will be able to continue the environmental puzzle and finish it off. Come on. Sometimes you need to be patient again, remember. And here we go, it's already listening up, and we're done. Okay, so I opened up one that has no utility whatsoever, but we can open up this side in front of us. And why will that one be useful? You'll see in a moment once these are up. So I spared you the opening, and here we are. So what we need to see is again superimposing stuff, and this is what tells us what is the right puzzle for what was outside. If you hadn't noticed the puzzle just yet, well, you would have eventually. So again, another one. You need to line it up properly with the right side of this tree, and notice the broken off branch, I mean. And another one here, so you need to actually do this like that. You cannot just go straight because there are broken off branches. Now, this one, oh, how do we do it? Oh, it's not that difficult. Just go here, we'll look at it, and it's just a plain Z, but we need to mirror it. Once we've mirrored it, it works perfectly. And it opens up this one as well. Not this one, but it allows us to do an environmental. Remember in part 3 of this guide, we couldn't do the environmental because of that, but we will be able to do it now. Now there's another one. How do we solve this? Well, we have seen already that we need to stand in between something and the puzzle. And, well, as long as we are far enough, which that wasn't it, or come on. Well, yes, this is good enough. The tree. This is kind of blocking my way, but I now remember what I need to do, so it solves it. But you saw the point. Now from the other side, maybe we need actually to come a bit closer here, or further. Further is better. Now, here we can see it perfectly. We are at the right angle. Just line it up, and just go where the tree lets you go. It opens up a third puzzle here. Once more, try to line it up with something that actually makes sense. But this one, you can see there is some kind of circle on the tree here. Well, it might mean that you need to match it up. And now that you've matched it up, you basically need to follow it. Well, you can't do it with the tree in front because that wouldn't work. But if you move around so that you can actually do it, and if you remember what you are supposed to do, well, which I didn't, of course. Well, yeah, I had to go in a straight line. Anyway, so up and straight line, then it's solved. And now, again, same thing for the other side, but there's a gap. How do we bridge this gap? And I mean, I was also looking for this for quite some time until I noticed that there is something here on the floor. And also the fact that some branches don't lead anywhere. They are not meant to lead to anything. So, how do we solve this? It should be fairly easy, basically. So, we know we have to go left and then down. But I don't think this little edge is what we are going to continue from. I think we are might going to go up here, and then the piece that we have there is like 2 down and then kind of double stairs. So 2 down and then double stairs, and then we join here and we go left. So maybe even like then it's a triple stairs, I'd say. So let's try that. So here, up here, and then it's just stairs all the way down. And yeah, it's solved. This has unlocked. Well, I'm gonna do one more thing before we leave, which is open up that side again, because I want to make sure that here on the left there is not an environmental puzzle I have missed. In any case, this red cable now unlocks a further laser. The temple, the Asian temple laser. There we go! A second one is done. We can also open up this door for a small shortcut. And now that we know how those puzzles work, the ones from this temple, we can go here and go to another secret room. Also do a few of the environmental puzzles, as I said before. So we just go here and all the way down back to the temple to this side. But how do we solve this one? Well, we need to stand in between it and something. But wait, there's only stone behind us. But maybe, well, what happens if we are behind the stone? Oh, wait, look at it. Look at this stone. Look at the formation it does. It's just perfect. And now we have this opened. There's another one here. Again, well, there are a few more rules, but we know we need to stand between it and something else. So, how can we stand between it and something else? Well, through here. Now we need to find the proper puzzle. And it might be tricky to find the one you need. I think this one is the right one. Let's see. Yes, that was perfect. So it's in the middle tree, this section. Just line it up and you'll be able to solve it easily. Now, we did this environmental puzzle already. That's why it didn't work now, because we already did it. But we have some more to do there. But now that we unlocked the secret, let's go and explore it. Ooh, gloomy. Anyway, another safe box. This is going to be our third. There are a total of 6, I can tell you already. So once more, write it down. Once you've done it, just go back to the forest area, because we want to make sure that we check the pillar and we have all of the environmental puzzles from here. Although you can already see there are some things we could do if we would end here, for instance. But how do we end here? Oh, well, we can walk towards here, but it doesn't help us very much, does it? I mean, we can come all the way here, but we can't do much. We're just looking for it, looking for those solutions. Did we already do that one? I believe so. We already aligned here and finished there, exactly. But if we put ourselves here, just slightly more to the side, we go down, we can finish here. And there's one more that we hadn't had from previously. So let's go back to the forest, let's check our pillar, how well we are doing in our progression. And it should be around here. Yes, so forest all clear, everything's done. There are 3 puzzles left and 2 more there. Well, one of them I know already. Just have to go up this and stand here so that we make a circle there. And now we can do that. Perfect. So this made our second of this area, if you wish. And we need one more where we can just bam, go up like that, so we need to keep our eyes out for those. There is one more that looks like this that we have to do here in the front. So we're gonna start at the top and then we have to go down and right and all the way back right. This one should be one with the melon, and we have one more where we start there and just go left and down. So two more in front of the temple, and one should be the one with the fruit that we haven't done yet. So just go back and try to find those. It should be fairly easy. Here we go. Just stand here and bam. So that one is done. Now we know that there is the one on that goes down and then to the right that we would like to do, but we need to be standing in the right spot for that. Exactly this stone it is, and then you go slightly, put yourself so that it might look like it can work. Well, it doesn't. What if I go like this? Need to be fiddling sometimes. No, exactly, and perfect. Now we have it. Finally, we just need the fruit one. Might need to find the proper angle for it. Or I just need to be utterly close. Or look at it from here. That doesn't make much sense either, so... Or maybe, no, I can't look at it from here. Let's see. Exactly like that if I make a head out of it. And it works! Here we are. So, we just need that line from the left there. I don't think we can see it from this far, but we just need a line that goes straight up. And if I remember correctly, I know now where it is. So you go back through this little garden and then you make a left here, you go up and around this rock and you just look straight down here. Bam! And we should have finished. If I'm not mistaken, this pillar should be now completely full. So this section of the map should be done. See? Yep, the pillar is white, so there's no more ending to this except for that the fountains in the lake will be shooting higher and the pillar is white. It just tells you that this area of the map has been cleared. So we've done it. Good job, guys. Now the next thing we will want to do, and I'll just lead us there, still staying away from the town because the town requires a lot of combined knowledge, so there's no point in starting something we will not be able to finish. The only two possibilities I see to continue are the Tetris ones and the stars, but we will go for the Tetris ones. And it's just going down this flower alley and going left in the swamp. And here is the first puzzle, but we'll keep it for part 5 of this guide to complete 100% the witness. I am Lumi, your guide. I hope you enjoyed watching this and that it was clear enough. Leave me a comment if you have any suggestions or things you would like to change. And like and subscribe if you did. And see you around next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.